This is a reading for the next full moon on October 6th, 2025, near the Mauna Kea in the Hawaiian Kingdom in continuity. And this is a reading for all Earth protectors for whom the Mauna Kea is the never of their world. So here in the Hawaiian Kingdom, this full moon is all about partnership. See? Here's the sun, and then the moon opposing right here, in conjunction with Lelea Ku Haumea in Aries. Ask this question: what kind of partner am I? How do I balance? Because Libra here, no? Sun's going to be in Libra, is all about balance, justice, harmony, partnership. And if this is not there, it's also about enemies. So this is the most important thing to understand about this this full moon. And here in Hawaii, it is so much about land. Now, Sedna, the Arctic water sea creature goddess, is in conjunction with Uranus in Gemini. And she's kind of, coming to the surface because Gemini is an air sign, yeah, and she's a water goddess. So she is teaming up with Uranus. Here's Uranus, yeah, who is in charge for fast communication, epiphanies, inspiration, to tell us how to treat our natural sources. This is what I've learned since long time from one very powerful Hawaiian lady. What nature is giving us, and we are part of nature as well, yeah? Sources. It's not resources. Water is a source. Earth is a source. Every planet, every sun is a source. So now here we have this wonderful triangle, close triangles, 320-degree angles from Saturn to Venus. Venus it's a little weak. Let me reset this. This is a little weak because Venus is still in Earth sign, Virgo, not yet in an air sign, but Pluto is, yeah? Pluto is now finally in Aquarius. And so then here we have this fantastic triangle, 260-degree and 120-degree, and it's here bound to Venus. Venus is not too strong, but still, imagine you have a bow and an arrow. So you're pulling the string. Here's the string, and there's a string. Let me reset that. And where is this arrow aimed to? Here. So the master of karma, Saturn, has been so close to Neptune, who is now in a fire sign. And they're both going backwards, but of course, our master of karma, Saturn, is a little faster than Neptune, and they're going to team up again and again. And so where is that actually going? It's going to really understand, because we still have our karmic aim here, about what is ocean, what is water, what is, Pisces, yeah? 12th house. Now, here it is so wonderful because the zodiac signs and the houses are pretty much the same. In this reading, you see, you have the sign rising, the ascendant. You have it in the first fire sign, the first sign in the zodiac, and there you have very close. You have the full moon with in conjunction with Lilea Ku Haumea, and then also you have in the first house and still in Aries, you have Chiron, the wounded healer, who is in this time is not so well aspected. So, you may look at your body and maybe there's something coming up because that's the time we're in. Things are just boiling up. Things we have kept in the cellar that we've hidden, our skeletons in the closet, they're now opening the closets from inside and everything comes up, bubbles up. And so we have to give ourselves a break. We have to rest when resting is necessary. Yeah, we cannot just bulldoze through whatever we think we have to do. So that is the present time. Now here in Hawaii, yeah, it is so much about the land here. Second house, our possession, which the land is actually the land and water is the most important possession we have, and that is equivalent here to Taurus. Second house, Taurus, is identical. And so we're having this help from Sedna, who is explaining what ownership, quote unquote, of the ground under our feet is actually all about. Yeah. And there I'm so grateful to be here in Hawaii to really understand we cannot own the land. The land has to own us. We have to root ourselves in the land as an alive being, our Earth Mother, and know that we are completely part of it. Yeah. So we have this so-called finger of God here between Saturn and Uranus, and then this conjunction, Master of Karma, and Neptune. Neptune, the higher octave of Venus, the all-embracing lover, the universal, unconditional love. And as I said before, when negatively aspected, in charge for La La Land, delusions and drug addictions and alcoholism. And also, Neptune is also patron of cinema, mass media, all the fairy tales that we, the people, quote unquote, are told as if we were little children. We are told fairy tales. Yeah, we are told what we're supposed to believe. Yeah, and so all this is now boiling up, and where does it go to? Haumea. Haumea, the ancient mother, in Scorpio, and very close to Haumea is Mercury. You see Mercury? Yeah, Mercury in Haumea, and this is where God's finger points. Here, and this is in the seventh house. So seventh house is still about partnership, but Scorpio is also very much about sexuality. And lately, Mars has marched over Haumea. Yeah, that's gone. But I remember that in a previous reading, I said Mars is not going to be allowed to violate Haumea in any way or form, force her in any way or form. That is very important. See, we have this square. You see the square between Pluto, the great transformer. But when anyone or anything is resisting transformation, Pluto gets very violent. So we have to be aware of that. Yeah, we have to be aware of what happens when violence is part of what is so scientifically, quote unquote, called procreation. Yeah, where it said, yeah, men are procreating and women are reproducing. What are we reproducing? Robots or what? Soldiers? Pawns for somebody's war games? No, I don't think so. So here we have to become aware of our creative power as women, and we have to make men aware of our creative power and what it does not only to us, our offspring, but also the men themselves when they are violating us in any way or form. This is something that has to end, just like it has to end how the earth is violated. With drill, baby drill, what does it mean? That is called rape culture. And we have the rape culture on all levels. We have it on the cellular level through genetic manipulation, big time. And we have it on a global level by drill, baby drill. Yeah, look what it does here in Hawaii through the geothermal plant, drilling into active volcano, inserting water into lava with poisonous chemicals, laced with poisonous chemicals. What's happening with that? For what reason? Yeah, this has to end, and we all know that. So this is a theme here of the second house, because the second house is like we are living on this earth together. We are living in this land together. Yeah, and it cannot be that some are constantly violating it, digging away the water from honest farmers for golf courses and resorts and all this nonsense, or Jeff Bezos or what have you. That has to end. And the time is now, and we will see it. Yeah. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Now, let's look at the family. Jupiter in the fourth house and in Cancer. Cancer being the first water sign in the zodiac. No? Zodiac starts here with Aries, and the water always comes last. Yeah, and so here we have Jupiter in Cancer, and as I said so many times before, in Cancer we have this sacred image of Isis, Madonna, the sacred image of mother and child, sacred in all religions. Yeah, and there's a little, the 2 week squares to the sun and Haumea, yeah, but very weak. We can see that, yeah. But it's very beautiful. A beautiful sextile is here between Venus, who is, yes, she's a love goddess, but not a sex goddess. She is wisdom. And she's a little cold because she is in Virgo. Yeah. There she's Virgo is rational. Yeah, she's a little bit rational here. But that's good, because as a matriarch has to know what's happening in her family, and if there is enough brought in through harvest for all to thrive. Yeah. So the family question is kind of nice. Yeah. And and we are working on our partnership issues here. And where do we have now Lilith? Lilith, the dark moon, stands for rebellion. Now here we have this closed triangle between Jupiter, Lilith, and here this almost conjunction between Saturn and Neptune. And the eighth house, as I said so many times before, and even also Scorpio. Scorpion eighth house is equivalent. It's not identical, but it's equivalent. And there it is really about creative powers. And we have to understand that creative energy is actually transformed sexual energy. Yeah. And through that is also, it's the energy we use when we do what's called magic. Yeah. So we have to learn this. And Lilith, she is the great rebel. So what are we are now in rebellion against? We are in rebellion against these secrets I've just mentioned, having been hidden from the majority of people in order to make us docile pawns in evil games and simply stupid. Let me make a break here